Okay, so word problems on your test. I will give you these formulas and you have to kind of follow them to solve for variables. Okay, so I have a cone volume here. What is the volume? So what is the volume? 1/3 pi when the height is 8 and radius is 3. Okay, so I'm going to plug in the 3 to the radius spot and the h into the height. I have a separate question for you here. What if I ever put a diameter in a question? What would you do with a diameter if it was in there? Because the diameter is not in a formula. So yeah, so what if I said this was 20 diameter? The radius is 10, okay? That's just something simple. Okay, so on this question, all you're going to do, go straight to your calculator, type, 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 type. So I need you to practice that to make sure you are typing that in. Please make sure you use your pi button. And you are expected to go to 2 decimal places on a rounding. And here's our number match. And then I will deduct points if you don't put units on these answers as well. So this is a volume, so it should be in cubic centimeters. Okay, this time I gave you the volume, I gave you the height, and I want to figure out the radius. Okay, so same formula. So plug in 500. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug that all into my calculator. Okay, so that times that times that. Are you getting that number? No one's yelling at me, so I'm assuming that you are. Okay, now I'm going to divide, right? This is just algebra stuff. Okay, when I'm working in my calculator though, I'm always doing the answer button. I'm not typing in 12.56. Okay, you're going to get, your rounding is going to be off and I'm going to give you a deduction. So you should be typing 500 divided by answer button, okay? Okay, does this make sense with algebra? And then how do I get r alone if this is r squared? What's the opposite math process? Square root. And again, I'm using the answer button. I'm not typing any rounding numbers in. Okay, I'm going to give you a slight deduction if your number is rounded off. And I would give you a slight deduction if you put the wrong units on there or forget your units. Okay, in math I call that a communication error, if you round or forget units or something like that. Okay, And again, if you're struggling with this answer button process, please let me know and I'll come over to your calculator and help you out with those buttons. Okay, so in this one, the area of a circle, so that's A. Find the R. So 95 equals pi r squared. So algebraically, I should divide by pi. And then I need to square root to get r alone. And again, square rooting answer. Square rooting the answer button. Okay, make sure you notice that that one was in feet, right? Bless you. Okay, last question, surface area of a sphere. So the area is that, so what is the R? Okay, so you can get this number, whatever 4 times pi is. Okay, some of you I noticed were good at doing this same thing. 1,000 divided by the bracket 4 pi. Okay, that's the same maneuver. Okay. So you can times those together over here and then divide, or you can divide, but that would have to be a bracket. Okay, so if you are good at this, go for it. If not, if you like this method, that's good too, but this has to be a bracket if you were doing that method. Okay, square root answer button, 2 decimal places, units on them. We're matched again.